There are some theories online that you are actually the son of Tobarama.
That's not possible. That would mean Tsunade is my cousin. I don't think Kishimoto is that.
I've lived my life always believing that the lessons I learned are what honed me. I swore I'd accomplish a deed so great that it would obliterate all my failures. I'd die a splendid shinobi. At least that's how it was supposed to go.
To be fair, Jiraiya, you were a splendid shinobi, but I want to start from the beginning.
Well, if that's what you want, then let's go.
He is known to many as the Toad Sage, the Hermit Ninja, and most popularly, Pervy Sage. Jiraiya is undoubtedly a legend, but not much is shared about his background or what influenced his actions to become the man we all know and love.
I think they love me because of the amazing research that I do.
Well, I know that's the reason Kakashi loves you, but let's begin the documentary if you don't mind. I think the best place to start would be to speak about your background.
My background is a bit of a mystery, but if you know the story of Jiraiya the Gallant, then you could get a better understanding of it.
Well, let's explore it then, shall we? The background of Jiraiya is of wealth and tragedy. His father was a warlord, which means at the time Jiraiya was actually nobility. He was born with white hair, as cool as they come, and he had the name to go with it, as Jiraiya translates to Young Thunder. However, if you know anything about pre-modern Japan, you would know that peace is very often short-lived, and his father was murdered by a rival warlord. This meant that Jiraiya was now an orphan. He should have died too, but he was saved by one of his father's samurai. Jiraiya began to live a street life. He became a thug and a thief, as he scavenged away to survive. And my guess is, this is where he met Hiruzen Sarutobi.
Well, you got some of it right, but I was never a thief.
You stole Naruto's wallet to splash on strippers.
That was just payment. You can't expect me to carry him around for free.
He's your godson, for crying out loud.
Research isn't cheap, my friend.
Well, viewers, this isn't Jiraiya's real background, but his character was modeled off the Jiraiya in this story, so I assume it's something similar. Jiraiya was a pretty humble kid when he was growing up, far from the brightest. But he had something that even a genius like Orochimaru lacked. And that something was guts and an unshakable mentality. Mix that with his delinquent behavior, and he'll remind you of a certain yellow-haired brat. The young version of Jiraiya and Naruto was pretty similar, but mentally they were both different. One of them wanted to get stronger because he wanted to be Hokage, while the other wanted to get stronger to impress the woman he loved. And we learn this when Jiraiya decided to take his training seriously after Tsunade told him that she would rather a guy like Orochimaru because he was more competent. By observing the way young Jiraiya spoke, I was also able to learn more about his psyche. He was extremely straightforward. Good morals, jumpy, free-spirited, and pretty overconfident. So much so that you could even call him delusional. And we see evidence of this delusion when he met Tsunade for the first time. His first words to her was that she should send love letters later. But this also showed his confidence, straightforwardness, and free spirit.
You could say that free-spiritedness was what landed me at Mount Myoboku.
How about you elaborate on that for a little bit?
I decided that I wanted to become the ultimate ninja in order to sweep Tsunade off her feet. So I went ahead and tried to learn the summoning jutsu. The thing is, at the time I didn't sign a contract yet, so performing the hand signs actually lead to a reverse summoning, and that's how I ended up at Mount Myoboku.
So why did you end up at Mount Myoboku of all places?
Well, it was my destiny to go there. I was the child of prophecy.
I didn't know you were a child of prophecy. I thought you were just the chosen one.
Well, the great elder prophesied my existence before I went to Mount Myoboku. Just look at the story of Jiraiya the Gallant and his relationship with the toads.
Let's explore that area of the story, shall we? Jiraiya wandered into the mountains one day and got caught up in a blizzard storm, losing his way. He stumbled on a house where a young lady invited him inside to seek refuge. Long story short, later that night, he tried to kill the girl, but she transformed into an old man, who later revealed himself to be a toad sage. What's also interesting is the fact that in this story, Jiraiya later fell in love with a young woman who used slug magic. Sound familiar?
Tsunade and I were destined to be together.
Well, I don't know if I'd use the word destined.
You know how women are. They only want exceptional guys, and back then, I wasn't the man yet.
There are some theories online that you are actually the son of Tobarama.
That's not possible. That would mean Tsunade is my cousin. I don't think Kishimoto is that messed up.
Let's move on to Sage Mode. How did that process go?
Well, when I got there, they told me to stay and train. I figured it was a good opportunity to get stronger, so I agreed.
Upon agreeing to stay at Mount Miyoboku, Jiraiya immersed himself in his training. He worked hard for many years, developing into a splendid ninja. But his situation with Tsunade hadn't really changed. But unbeknownst to him, he was going to be given a different reason for living and why he should seek strength. He was summoned by the great Elder Toad, where he revealed a prophecy to Jiraiya. He told him that he would be the mentor to the child of prophecy, and he should travel the world and seek knowledge on how to bring peace to the world. And with that, Jiraiya removed Tsunade from the forefront of his mind and begun to focus on fulfilling his destiny.
I think we can stop here for today. Next time we can discuss the adventures I went on and what I learned through traveling.
Sounds good.
If you want to watch part 2, then subscribe to the page and like the video.
Until next time.